They had to sacrifice the lab car. My boy, no, that's breaking my heart for him. What the Yo, they got the AOT gear? How'd they jump up that high? Oh, as much as I love this episode, seriously, probably one of the best Dr. Stone episodes, period. I felt so disrespected like my boy, screaming, "How dare you destroy the mobile lab," but more so, "We destroyed the boat." Yes, for motorcycles, but I don't know, man, all that hard work, it just felt disrespectful and I loved it. Make sure you drop a like, show your support, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patrons where you're going to catch my full live reaction. So, wow! Last week's episode was great. Loved it. This newest episode, though? I truly think what made it feel movie quality wasn't the production. The production's what you expect Dr. Stone to look like. Which, for some people, that's an insult because they're like, Dr. Stone, bad animation. I've seen that shit since season 1. I disagree, always have. I like the way the show looks. But the music. Sometimes I'll get up here and I'll be like, damn, this episode felt like 5 minutes because it just flew by, right? Like, it was so good it flew by. So, what I'm about to say might sound like an insult, but it's not. On the other hand, sometimes you keep watching and you'll look at the timer and you'll be like, huh, we still have 5 or 10 minutes left, yet it feels like I watched a whole episode. Because yes, sometimes time can feel like it was dragged out, as if the episode just really stretched one idea too much and it was boring. But there's the other end, where you can sometimes stretch an idea out that it feels like you showed me episodes upon episodes of content somehow in 10 minutes, and yet it didn't feel rushed or jumbled. And that's what this episode felt like, making it almost feel like we were at the midpoint of a movie. This felt to me like watching the Dr. Stone movie that was about to tie up the story. Granted, we know there's still a lot of content left. We still have the second half of this core, and there will be another core as well in a few months. So we know it's not at the end, but given the rush of, okay, we're gonna drop our boat, our little mobile lab will be a distraction, it will give us time to get over here, we'll make our rubber, make our tires, we'll get to the land, build our motorcycles, and then we'll hit the road, hit on our hogs, and we'll go find the source of petrification. It feels like we're reaching the end of a movie, right? And the big thing that made it feel like that was the constant use of music that I didn't recognize. And if these are all songs we've heard before, we haven't heard them to this length if you ask me, or maybe just the way they used them, I don't know. But it just felt like this is so rewarding as a long-term Dr. Stone fan. As someone who's jumped aboard this anime since it started up. I remember, early into the first season, I thought to myself, and I was preaching, and to be honest, I think I was preaching the truth, that this shit was generational. That it was a one-of-a-kind shonen that we weren't gonna see anytime soon again. And I was just hoping at the time we'd get to season 2. I didn't think it was impossible to get a full adaptation because around that time, anime was getting more of that, but I was just hoping for season 2. The fact that we're getting not only a full adaptation of this masterpiece, it's remained one of the most consistent productions that has lasted more than a few years. Because usually, once you get into the 5 or 6 year mark of a show being on, it does lose its touch, whether that's the production, the art style changes, maybe the author just changed the way they wrote it, so therefore the anime had to adapt it differently. But the mangaka, the studio, they just shook hands and they just made a consistent ass show. The thing that's so great is that if you were to show the scene of them tearing down that boat, or even sacrificing the mobile lab to a season 2 fan, they would say, I'm sure they had a good reason, but what the Like, it's blasphemy. Yes, they've reused things and they've repurposed things, but consider how much work went into the first time we made a mobile lab, or the first time we made a giant ship. Sure, if they really do need a ship, again, they got Stanley's, right? I mean, it's not impossible, but still, to be able to tear that down, because at this point, it's not even necessarily about getting back, it's about getting to the source. Like, for Senku and company, it's more so about getting to the source first, and hopefully getting some sort of answers that will either save their life, or make sure this shit never happens again before they get clacked. Because, right now, Senku's entire goal is the pursuit of knowledge, and that pursuit of knowledge could save humanity from total annihilation again. if he dies to get that answer, he'll probably die with a smile on his face. And that's what makes this episode so rewarding and why it felt like we were in the middle of the big chase scene of the movie where we're just trying. We're desperately rushing. The opponent's on our ass. And just seeing all the little things come into play. Like the idea of like, hey, we messed with their planes. This whole time I'm worrying about the planes. Now I understand why Senku wasn't super worried about the planes because he messed with them earlier on. And the idea of like, well, wouldn't they have tested it? Yeah, they do, but the way he messed with it, it'll run for a little bit. So they probably didn't do giant test labs, more so they probably turned it on like, okay, it didn't blow up, we're okay. Yeah, good luck, bozos. Because that was the big thing too, is like, even if you get on your hogs, a plane could catch up. Unless they got such a massive jump. Well, that answers that. And honestly, it was just really cool seeing them make tires and just, once again, seeing like, what good is rubber? Like, for people who've never experienced a tire, right? They're like, yeah, it bounces, it's fun, but yeah, this seems kind of pointless. Lo and behold. I like, too, that they have spare tires, which I really like, because I was like, okay, I hope we got a couple spares, and yeah, each bike has at least 2 extra tires, which is good, because as good as those tires looked, who knows if they were, you know, I'm sure some bullets got in those tires and we got a bit of a flat popping up at some point. Just great stuff. I truly thought as well with our boy being like, yeah, I'm okay being used as a shield, like he was like trying to get maybe the rope shot and he'd be able to get off the bike. No, he wanted to give Morse code. That sick, slippery little bastard. He's smart, but he a bastard. Yeah, anyway, it brings me such joy. Dr. Stone, it deserved the adaptation it's getting, but I don't think many of us thought it would actually get it past maybe a 2nd or 3rd season. And that's why when they announced, hey, the final season, 3 split cores, I remember bitching and moaning, that's not enough chapters, this, that, and the third. No, I was just like, thank God. No more of this, okay, here's another core, is that gonna be all we get? No, we're getting the full damn thing. And I'm happy with it. I like the pacing, I like the structuring. And best of all, I like that every character is enjoyable. For as large of a cast of characters as it is, it's impressive that they're able to give everyone a personality. Even if not every character has the same level of character development, everyone feels like a lovable character, and even the characters that are hateable, they fit their role oh so well. I mean, yeah, it felt disrespectful. Watching my hard work, I didn't even make this shit, but it felt like I was there with I was the foreman, man. I was cheering him on. And I mean, that old man, if he gets stressed too hard, he's going to have cardiac arrest, so I got to keep being stressed for him. But brilliant play, tearing down the boat, just oh so disrespectful, and I love it. Let me know what you thought of the last couple of weeks of Dr. Stone. I mean, we got introduced to a girl who looks like the human equivalent of Toadette from Mario. She even sounds like it at times. It's fantastic. So your thoughts. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, ring that bell, and Patreon is where you're going to catch my full live reactions and exclusives. Like, hey, I give video shoutouts to all my patrons. So today we got Sean Cafferkey, Dragon Mom, Ryan Kahalili, Jessica L. Compton, and we also have Ishta. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. Y'all have a good one.